Okay, where you come from?
From Ireland.
So what's your best thing in your hometown?
The best thing in the hometown is probably the people.
Okay.
There's not much there. People and the mountains and the beaches.
Okay. So how long have you been in Japan?
So actually in 2 more weeks it will be exactly 2 years.
Okay.
So I'm kind of getting excited.
Oh,
A 2-year party, but I don't actually have a party.
Are you getting used to here living in Japan?
Yeah, I get used to it, but sometimes I find myself, and then I go somewhere new and it's a whole different part of Japan that I've never seen, like the Japanese snow
hot
resort,
spring.
ski resort. So it's been amazing to come here.
Okay, so what's your major subject? What are you studying?
So I'm a project researcher looking at the offshore floating wind turbines.
Okay.
So places like Japan don't have so much shallow seabed. So if you want to build lots of wind turbines, the best place to build them is the ocean because the wind is stronger there, and you can build bigger wind turbines which are more efficient.
Okay.
But in Japan the sea gets deep quite quickly, so you have to build them on a floating platform. So I'm looking at the hydrodynamics of floating wind turbines.
Okay, that sounds nice. How would you utilize your experiences your study to your future?
Well, hopefully we'll be able to build lots more floating wind turbines that generate electricity more cheaply. Then they can better compete with existing oil and gas projects, which are very cheap but obviously so damaging to the environment.
Okay, that sounds nice. But well, how made you to study here in Japan, Tokyo University?
So it's strange. I've been in Japan 2 years, but it was Fukushima that brought me here, and this is my first time in Fukushima today.
Alright.
So after the 2011 triple disaster, earthquake and tsunami and nuclear power plant disaster, the Japanese government really was looking into renewable energy sources. So they built 3 floating wind turbine prototypes off the coast of Fukushima. So I was kind of excited. So 2 years ago, on page 7 of a Google search, I found like a job description. It was like half in Japanese and half in English, and I said to my friend, I was like, oh, maybe I'll apply for this job in Tokyo. And I'd never been to Asia before, and my friend sitting beside me was like, yeah, that's for you, and here I am. So, and it's especially nice to come back to first time to come to Fukushima, because every day I'm working with data from the Fukushima Prefecture ocean.
So why are you scared to come to Japan?
Scared a bit, but I kind of felt like if I didn't enjoy it, I'd just move somewhere else. So I wasn't so scared.
Alright. What did you do before coming to Japan?
I was doing my postgraduate research studies in University College Cork in the very southeast of Ireland. I did my undergraduate in civil engineering and 12 started postgraduate research. 8 or 9 big Japanese companies that have interest in offshore environment, like shipbuilding company or big construction company that also has the ocean. So they fund my research to help improve things in Japan.
What else? So you've been living 2 years, almost 2 years, and what's the difference in Japan?
Well, connecting, of course, to Japanese people who don't speak English is nearly impossible. Yeah, I do have friends, so I've got some friends I do performances with or slackline with, and we go road trips together, and it's only voice app translation, so it's difficult, but we share something very much in common that's powerful enough that I was going to say my excuse was I arrived to Japan and 12 hours later I started work, so I had no time to learn Japanese, but it's just my excuse.
How did you adapt to the Japanese custom and culture?
I think it's so respectful, and if you think about respect being the number one thing, the logic coming from respect, then it's very easy. But of course sometimes it's frustrating, but it's just frustrating because my mind is configured in the European way, so then when you're in a different country and you have a different way. But I think, well, most important thing that is to have the Japanese friends, you know, because if you surround yourself with foreigners, then it's okay. I have lots of foreign friends. Yeah, sometimes I miss the other. Of course, people think differently, but sometimes the most important thing is to find out the reason behind why you do something, because you can always see like, okay, Japanese people do this, and okay, I want to do that, but if I don't really understand the reason, it becomes more difficult to really understand it. But I know so many things, culture, people just do it because that's the way people have done it, you know.
How do you see your next 3 or 5 years? You want to stay here?
I'm going to stay here 1 more year probably, and then I think it's time for a new place. So maybe back to Europe, because in Europe at the moment the offshore wind energy industry is growing very quickly. But so then maybe I'll come back to Japan in the future. I'm not so deep planning guy. So for example, taking the job in Todai, I only did a half an hour Skype interview, and then I decided to move to Tokyo without ever being here before, because I really felt the right decision.
So compare your characteristic of your country to Ireland. That's a different Japanese.
Yeah, the biggest difference is the fact that Irish people are always talking, even to strangers.
Okay.
So it's kind of like when you're in the Japanese countryside, in the mountain hiking or something, then people are very chatty. But people would still be like that in Ireland, even in maybe not the biggest city, but even in Dublin, the capital, it wouldn't be so weird to talk to like strangers. Yeah, so it's something that I struggle with in Japan, where often I really want to, I see something in common or something, and then I want to talk, and then I kind of, oh no, I'm in Japan, I can't talk to stranger, it's too weird. But yeah, chattiness with strangers is a big difference. But maybe that's because I just live in the middle of Tokyo. You know, if I lived in countryside of Kansai, maybe it would be completely different.
The people live in Kansai, they more talking easy to
Yeah.
strangers.
Yeah, first trip to Osaka. I was just Osaka, Kobe, and around Kyoto for 2 weeks, and then I was so sad to come back to Tokyo because I like miss the humor. So the people there are kind of like Irish people, where they make fun of each other. You know, if you're friends, you make fun of each other, and if you want to be friends, you like make fun of people. So that's very much similar to
They have
the
a sense
Irish.
of humor.
Yeah, that's more similar to Irish sense of humor.
Alright, so lastly, what do you want to do the most in Japan?
I want to help something with my research here. I think that's a primary goal. So I've been given this great opportunity to work with the full-scale data from Fukushima. So I really hope this is useful for future designs of wind turbines. Here we are.